narratives. PDP, number one, will show if it is serious by who it elects as its presidential flag bearer. Coming to fight Buhari is not a child's play. All these governors that are coming around and saying, we want to get the flag bearer and everything. People that if Buhari comes, they will run under their table. You need a war-tested general. Someone who, when he speaks, the international community will listen. The security community within Nigeria will listen. Someone that when he speaks, someone who can look at President Buhari in the face and tell him, sit down. You have destroyed this country. Not all these children that are running around that they want to be president.
What is the PDP's concern about the fact that Nigerians might say they were not any different when they were in power?
My brother, narrative. Who is thinking for the PDP? That is the issue. Who is doing the thinking? The party does not have a think tank. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By now, in fact, immediately we became opposition, PDP should have had a partnership with civil society groups. There are people that go on these jobs. How many times have you heard CNN carry anything negative about this government? How many times? And some people are in Wadata House claiming to be leaders of the party. You want to lead us into another failure? It would not happen.
Now, with all of this, how does it affect the PDP going into the elections in 2019?
People are disenchanted. I think my warning would be to the kingmakers within the party. The reason why PDP became a party for everybody was that it didn't have a godfather. Do you get what I'm saying? PDP didn't have a godfather. That was why it became a party. For 16 years, it became a party that everybody could. There's nobody you needed to go and beg to anoint you to be anything in PDP. You might go for their blessings, but not for them to anoint him to be anything. But now, we have someone who is now the proclaimed godfather of the PDP.
Who's that?
Governor Wike.
Okay.
And it is not a bad thing because you stood for the party all through his trials. But you've been rewarded at the convention. Don't now push your luck too far by saying it is where I want the convention to hold, I must hold. It is where... No, sir. Don't do that. Please. You alone, no matter how much you love PDP, you alone cannot defeat Buhari. It's not possible. No matter how much you say, oh, I am the Alpha and Omega of PDP, if everybody leaves for you, you will suffer another 4 years of President Buhari. So what he needs to do, and what everybody in the party needs to do is to come together. Listen, we must first of all agree that there is a government that has failed. For now, when people start comparing PDP and APC like you just did now, it hurts my heart. How can you compare progress to retrogression? 16 years of PDP, did you hear anything about recession? What? Do you know a lot of people didn't know there was anything called recession until this government came? Now, CBN yesterday is telling us that we might go back into another recession. Where is PDP? 16 years. You said they stole, they did everything. Please, APC has been ruling Lagos for the past 19 years. Can we have their books? You want to talk about corruption? Bring it on. Let's have the books of APC in Lagos State. Only Lagos State. So that we can raise the discussion from petty, from pedestrian to quality engagement. You cannot come and tell me that you're fighting corruption. Which fighting corruption? You just took Akpabio back. Which fighting corruption are you fighting corruption?
You made mention of, APC giving PDP arsenals they should have used. Would you say that the outcome of the Osun elections is one of such? And how can the PDP, or how should have the PDP taken advantage of this Osun election result?
Number one is, they shouldn't have allowed Senator Omisore to leave. That's number one. See, all you want is to win. Did you know that? Did you ever believe that a Tinubu could come together with a Buhari and an El-Rufai and a Saraki? Was it possible prior to 2014? No. But what happened? Everybody then wanted anything but Jonathan. So anything but Jonathan became their mantra. Not development of Nigeria, not the economy, nothing. Anything but Jonathan. Today we have seen the mess they have put us in. That is aside. The PDP needs, going forward, the PDP needs to understand that it should not just be anything but Buhari. People in Osun State, a lot of people who came out to vote because they love Davido. A lot of people. Many came out to vote because the governor has not paid salary. How can a governor that has hold 3.5 years salary, how can it be an issue in an election? How can such a party be an issue? If not that the opposition doesn't know its onions. former Governor Tinubu went to Osun State. You know what he said in the front of the Ataoja of Oshogbo? I am richer than your state. What? You don't insult the people. Why? Because they believe they have all the structures to win. PDP needs to step out of his cocoon. Stop doing executive opposition. Get on the street, roll up your sleeve and get on the street. Get dirty with them.
Does it mean the PDP is not ready for the rerun?
No. The PDP is ready for the rerun. It is very, in fact, you will see some surprises. You will see some returning officers, some polling agents. You will be marveled at the kind of people PDP is bringing to Osun to come and do the normal work. You know, all this vote buying and everything, there are people you cannot buy.
So for Osun, it's covered?
It's covered. Completely covered. And for Osun, it is liberation. See, leave politics. Leave maybe I'm a member of PDP or not. How can I, if I was a native of Osun, how can I vote for a party that refused to pay salaries for 3.5 years? How? Kept people in penury for 3.5 years. Now you are asking us to extend our pains? But where is the PDP? Where is the alternative?
All right. Moving forward, what should the PDP do right now to be able to, put its house in order and stand its ground, to be able to face the APC squarely ahead of 2019?
I think the patriots within the party, the statesmen, the leaders, the true leaders, not the ones that are just there today because they are thinking how much can I amass before Buhari will come back. Believe me, the psychology in PDP, in the psychology in the Wadata House now should be, we are coming back to power. That should be what everybody should be thinking about. Don't tell me anything that Buhari is brutal, he will use DSS. How many people will DSS kill? How many? By now, PDP should be setting up a structure to take over power in 2019. Don't tell me anything about they will bring money. Which money? Nigerians are suffering. There are people that do not want to hear anything about President Buhari. But they need to see a better alternative. See, PDP needs to show force. It needs to show legitimate force that we can do this. That, you understand, they arrested somebody, Senator Abaribe. Do you know up to today they've not said why they arrested him? Such should not be allowed by the PDP. You mobilize your people. You want to shoot us? Kill us. You want to shut down the state? Shut down the state. PDP is playing gentleman opposition. They are still playing opposition of DSS will tap my number. DSS will do this one. There are people that are ready to go on the street for this fight. Get them to move. Nobody is how many times did Tinubu go on protest when they were opposition? How many times? But this man, as a thinker, he had people who were doing all the works for him. Who are the people that PDP has asked to do the work, have engaged to do the work?